Brianna Maitland, born on October 8, 1986, in Burlington, Vermont, was raised on a farm in East Franklin, near the Canadian border. Known for her free-spirited nature, she was a backcountry hippie chick, deeply connected to the outdoors. She loved tracking wild animals, caring for family horses and cows, and was extensively trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brianna, described as bubbly and charismatic, was the girl who'd introduce herself to new students at school, making them feel welcomed. Her adventurous spirit was reflected in her love for driving her light green 1985 Oldsmobile sedan 88 Royale, a cherished gift from her grandfather. Despite facing bullying in high school, Brianna's resilience shone through. In her sophomore year, amidst the chaotic shift of transferring schools and living arrangements, Brianna sought more independence. Moving out of her parents' home, she embraced the instability of couch surfing at friends' places. Yet, this lifestyle brought challenges, leading to her dropping out of high school. Determined to carve out her path, Brianna juggled two jobs, as a dishwasher at the Black Lantern Inn and a waitress at a nearby diner in St. Albans, Vermont. Amidst this hectic schedule, she pursued her dreaming of attending community college. Her life, a blend of hard work and aspirations, was abruptly cut short by her mysterious disappearance. Brianna Maitland's story is not just about her disappearance. It's a narrative of a young woman's quest for independence, her struggles, and unfulfilled dreams. As we delve into the mystery that surrounds her case, we remember the vibrant, adventurous spirit she was. Brianna Maitland's educational journey began at Missisquoi Valley Union High School, where she started her high school years. This was a period of new experiences and learning, setting the stage for her later pursuits. However, in pursuit of something different, Brianna made a significant change. She transferred to Enosburg Falls High School, a move that marked a turning point in her life. This transition was part of her search for new environments and experiences. Beyond academics, Brianna had a keen interest in martial arts. She was extensively trained in Jiu-Jitsu, a discipline that not only strengthened her physically but also instilled a sense of confidence and resilience. This training was a testament to her determination and dedication, qualities that defined her character. Through her educational journey and martial arts training, Brianna Maitland developed a unique blend of intellect and physical prowess. These aspects of her life showcase her multifaceted personality and the diverse interests that she pursued with passion. At the age of 17, Brianna Maitland made a pivotal decision to leave the comfort of her parents' farm. This step was driven by her desire for greater independence, a trait that defined much of her teenage years. Her pursuit of autonomy led Brianna into a phase of instability. She found herself moving between the homes of various friends, an experience that, while challenging, reflected her resilient spirit. This period was marked by a sense of freedom but also the complexities that come with such a transient lifestyle. The challenges of balancing her need for independence with the realities of life eventually led Brianna to make another significant decision: dropping out of high school. This move was not just about leaving education behind. It was a reflection of her yearning to chart her own path, despite the uncertainties that lay ahead. Brianna's journey towards independence was filled with both challenges and learning experiences. It underscores a young woman's courage to forge her own way in the world, facing life's unpredictabilities head-on. 3 weeks before her mysterious disappearance, Brianna Maitland's life took a distressing turn. At a party, she encountered a former friend, which led to a violent altercation. In an unprovoked attack, this former friend assaulted Brianna, resulting in severe injuries, a broken nose and a concussion. Despite her training in Jiu-Jitsu, Brianna chose not to retaliate during the attack, showcasing her restraint even in the face of aggression. This incident was more than just a physical attack. It was a traumatic experience that left scars both physical and emotional. It raised questions about the motives and the implications it might have had on her subsequent disappearance. This altercation was a stark reminder of the unpredictability of human interactions and the potential for latent conflicts to escalate. It was a pivotal moment that added another layer of complexity to the already intricate tapestry of Brianna Maitland's life story. March 19, 2004, began as a day of accomplishment for Brianna Maitland. She took a significant step towards her future by completing her JET exam, a milestone that marked both the end of an era and the beginning of new possibilities. After the exam, Brianna shared a celebratory lunch with her mother, Kelly. It was a moment of bonding and reflection. They discussed plans for the future, including Brianna's aspirations to attend college. This conversation was filled with hope and the anticipation of what lay ahead. Little did they know, this day would take a mysterious turn, etching March 19, 2004, in the annals of unsolved cases. The day that started with celebration would soon transform into a perplexing enigma surrounding Brianna's disappearance. During an ordinary shopping trip with her mother, a seemingly trivial moment marked a significant shift in Brianna Maitland's demeanor. After stepping out of a store for a brief moment, she returned exhibiting clear signs of agitation. Brianna's sudden change from a relaxed to a visibly shaken state raised concerns. This unusual behavior, especially after having been in high spirits earlier in the day, was out of character and alarming. What transpired in those fleeting moments outside the store remains a mystery, but it's speculated that this incident may have been a precursor to the events that led to her disappearance. On the evening of March 19, 2004, Brianna Maitland completed her shift at the Black Lantern Inn in Montgomery, Vermont. It was around 11:20 p.m. when she clocked out, a routine end to another day of work. Brianna mentioned to her coworkers that she was heading home to rest. She had to prepare for her second job the following day, indicating a normalcy in her plans and no apparent signs of distress. This was the last confirmed sighting of Brianna Maitland. Little did anyone know, these mundane final moments at work would precede one of the most perplexing disappearances in recent history. The next afternoon, on March 20, 2004, a Vermont State Police trooper was dispatched to an abandoned house on Route 118 in Richford, Vermont, about a mile from the Black Lantern Inn where Brianna worked. There, they discovered Maitland's Oldsmobile backed into the side of the house, known locally as the Old Dutchburn House. The car had breached the siding of the home, and a piece of plywood that had been covering a window lay on the car's trunk. In the vehicle, 2 of Maitland's uncashed paychecks were found on the front seat, alongside her driver's license, contact lenses, medication for migraine headaches, and several pieces of clothing. The presence of these items, particularly the uncashed paychecks, suggested that whatever occurred was unplanned and abrupt. Outside the car, law enforcement observed a scattering of loose change, a water bottle, and an unsmoked cigarette. Near the car, a woman's fleece jacket was found, which was later determined not to belong to Maitland. Also found was a broken necklace, adding to the unsettling and confusing nature of the scene. Maitland was not reported missing for several days. Her mother, unaware of the car's recovery, began a search, calling friends and employers, but no one had seen or spoken to her. It was only when Vermont State Police showed Maitland's parents a picture of the Oldsmobile at the Old Dutchburn House that they identified it as their daughter's. This discovery led to the transformation of the case from a possible car accident to a missing person investigation. In the days following the discovery of Brianna Maitland's car, a crucial period of time lapsed without a missing person report. Maitland's mother, Kelly, was completely unaware of the car's recovery. This gap in awareness delayed the initiation of an immediate search, a critical factor in missing person cases. Compounding the delay, Brianna's friend, with whom she was living, found a note from Brianna indicating she would return after her work shift. After spending the weekend away and finding the note undisturbed upon her return, she assumed Brianna was staying elsewhere. This assumption further delayed the realization that Brianna was actually missing. By Tuesday, March 23rd, with no sign of her daughter and growing concern, Kelly began calling various people in an attempt to locate Brianna. These included friends and employers, none of whom had seen or heard from her since the night of her disappearance. Finally, on realizing the gravity of the situation, Kelly filed a missing persons report. It was only upon showing Maitland's parents a photo of the recovered Oldsmobile at the Old Dutchburn House that they recognized it as their daughter's car, prompting the official investigation into her disappearance. In the immediate aftermath of Brianna Maitland's disappearance, several witnesses came forward with crucial observations. They reported seeing her vehicle, the Oldsmobile, at various times during the night it was abandoned at the Old Dutchburn House. Among the accounts, a man driving by the house between 11:30 p.m. and 12:30 a.m. on the night of March 19-20 noticed the car's headlights may have been on, yet he did not see anyone in or around the car. Another witness, passing by between midnight and 12:30 a.m., recalled seeing a turn signal flashing on the car. In a notable account, a former boyfriend of Maitland's drove past the scene after a night out across the border in Canada. Around 4 a.m., he thought he recognized the vehicle but did not observe anyone in or around it. By the next morning, the oddity of the scene prompted some passing motorists to stop and take photographs. They reported seeing loose change, a water bottle, and a bracelet or necklace on the ground next to the car. In the early stages of the investigation into Brianna Maitland's disappearance, law enforcement was initially skeptical about the possibility of foul play. This skepticism shaped the initial direction of their inquiry. One prevailing theory considered by the police was that Maitland might have run away. This perspective was influenced by her age, the circumstances of her leaving the Black Lantern Inn, and the state in which her car was found. This early theory of Maitland being a runaway possibly led to a different approach in the investigation, focusing less on criminal activity and more on the likelihood of a voluntary disappearance. However, as more details emerged, especially considering the state of her car and the items left behind, the police began to reassess their initial stance. The growing complexity of the case prompted a shift towards considering more sinister possibilities. As the investigation into Brianna Maitland's disappearance progressed, a significant development arose. Acting on an anonymous tip, the police focused on a potential drug connection. This tip suggested that Maitland might be held captive in a house in Berkshire, Vermont, known to be associated with local drug dealers. The Vermont State Police conducted a raid on the suspected house. The house, occupied by two known drug dealers from New York, was thoroughly searched. The raid revealed various drug paraphernalia and substantial amounts of cocaine and marijuana. However, there was no sign of Maitland at the location. Despite the raid and the discoveries made, the investigation did not yield any direct link between the drug dealers and Maitland's disappearance. The absence of concrete evidence or clues regarding Maitland's whereabouts left investigators and her family with more questions than answers. This development, while initially promising, led to a dead end in the case. However, it opened up a myriad of theories and speculations regarding Maitland's associations and the circumstances leading up to her disappearance. In a chilling twist to the investigation, law enforcement received an anonymous affidavit containing horrifying allegations regarding Brianna Maitland's fate. The affidavit graphically detailed that Maitland had been murdered approximately a week after her disappearance. The anonymous source alleged that the murder occurred during an argument over money supposedly lent for purchasing drugs. The affidavit went on to claim that Maitland's body had been stored temporarily in the basement of a local woman's home, later to be dismembered with a table saw and disposed of on a pig farm. These alarming allegations, however, could not be corroborated by law enforcement. Despite the specific and graphic nature of the claims, investigators found no tangible evidence to support these accusations, leaving them as unconfirmed and disturbing aspects of the case. This uncorroborated affidavit added a layer of horror to the already perplexing case. It brought forth sinister possibilities, but, in the absence of evidence, remained an unverified claim, leaving the mystery of Brianna Maitland's disappearance further shrouded in uncertainty. 2 years after Brianna Maitland's disappearance, in 2006, a potential lead surfaced that momentarily reignited hopes. Security footage from a casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, captured a woman bearing a striking resemblance to Maitland, sitting at a poker table. The footage generated considerable interest, as the woman's appearance closely matched Maitland's. This sighting offered a tantalizing clue that perhaps Maitland was still alive and had somehow ended up in Atlantic City. Law enforcement and Maitland's family scrutinized the footage, hoping to find definitive proof that the woman was indeed Brianna. However, despite these efforts, the woman in the casino footage was never positively identified. This sighting in Atlantic City, while initially promising, eventually joined the list of false leads in the case. The inability to confirm the identity of the woman in the footage meant that this lead, like many others, failed to provide closure or answers in the ongoing mystery of Brianna Maitland's disappearance. As investigators grappled with the mysterious disappearance of Brianna Maitland, a chilling theory emerged. The investigation briefly turned its focus towards Israel Keyes, a notorious serial killer known for his heinous crimes across the United States. Israel Keyes had committed numerous murders and rapes in various states, including Vermont and New York. His method of operation and the geographical relevance to Maitland's disappearance brought him into the frame of potential suspects. Law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, meticulously investigated the potential link between Keyes and Maitland's case. The investigation scrutinized Keyes' known movements and patterns, trying to find any overlap with Maitland's disappearance. However, after a thorough investigation, the FBI ultimately ruled out any connection between Israel Keyes and Brianna Maitland's disappearance. This ruling was based on a lack of concrete evidence linking Keyes to the case, despite the initial intrigue of such a theory. The Israel Keyes theory, while initially promising due to the serial killer's proximity and pattern of crimes, ended up as another dead end in the perplexing puzzle of Maitland's case. 12 years after Brianna Maitland's disappearance, a significant development brought renewed hope to the case. In 2016, investigators revealed that they had successfully recovered DNA samples from Maitland's car, the Oldsmobile found abandoned at the old Dutchburn house. Details about the DNA samples, such as their source or how they might be related to Maitland's disappearance, were not made public. This secrecy added an air of mystery and potential to the discovery, suggesting that the samples could be a crucial piece of the puzzle in unraveling the case. The recovery of DNA evidence opened up a realm of possibilities. It suggested new leads could be followed, or previously considered theories re-examined in the light of this new evidence. There was a sense that these samples could provide a much-needed breakthrough in the investigation. While the discovery of DNA evidence offered a glimmer of hope, the lack of public details also meant that conclusions could not yet be drawn. The Maitland family and investigators remained cautiously optimistic, hoping that this new evidence would eventually lead to answers. In a major development in 2022, investigators announced a significant breakthrough in Brianna Maitland's case. After years of analysis, a match was found to one of the DNA samples recovered from Maitland's car. Despite this promising advancement, the specific details of the DNA match remain undisclosed. The authorities have kept these findings confidential, possibly to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation or due to the sensitivity of the information. This recent breakthrough reinvigorated the case, suggesting that there might still be untapped avenues leading to the truth behind Maitland's disappearance. It offered a beacon of hope to her family, friends, and the public who have long awaited answers. Over the years, Brianna Maitland's disappearance has continued to captivate public interest. The case has been featured in various media outlets, including documentaries, true crime shows, and online forums, each retelling and examining the perplexing details of her story. The consistent media coverage has played a crucial role in keeping Maitland's case in the public eye. It has helped in generating new leads, keeping the investigation active, and ensuring that her story is not forgotten. Maitland's case has become a poignant topic within the true crime community. It sparks discussions, theories, and a collective desire for resolution, reflecting the deep impact her story has had on people far and wide. As we reach the present day, the disappearance of Brianna Maitland remains an unsolved enigma. Despite the passage of years, extensive investigations by law enforcement, and continual media coverage, a veil of mystery still shrouds her fate. The case is riddled with unanswered questions. What happened to Brianna Maitland after she left the Black Lantern Inn that night? Who were the people, if any, involved in her disappearance? And most crucially, where is Brianna Maitland now? This ongoing mystery not only haunts her family and friends but also resonates deeply with those who have followed the case over the years. The lack of closure continues to fuel speculation, theories, and a profound desire for answers. As we conclude this exploration into the disappearance of Brianna Maitland, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the complexities of unsolved mysteries. Her story, a tapestry of hope, despair, and enduring mystery, continues to compel us to seek the truth. We hold on to the hope that one day, the answers that have eluded us for so long will finally come to light, bringing closure to all those who have been touched by Brianna's story. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most baffling and heart-wrenching mysteries of our time. As we keep seeking the truth, we remember Brianna and all those who remain lost. Please share, keep the conversation alive, and perhaps one day we can help bring closure to this enduring mystery.